it's just crazy to me how it's a Monday and you still have no hose. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Case. Today and only today we are here to talk about five things that I want to see from the Sonic movie universe, because we now know it's a universe. You know, we already got the announcement of a third movie, we got the announcement of a Knuckles spin-off, so I figured, hey, let's get right in there and talk about more movie stuff. But before that, of course, new week, new hype, guys. I cannot wait. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff this week. We have Kirby later in the week. I gotta play the big DLC, as a lot of you know. So either way, there's gonna be a lot of fun. So I think Cyberpunk just announced Witcher sequel, so shout out to them, people that are excited for that and all that stuff. But there's something for everybody at all times. So let's begin this, of course, by telling you to like the video, subscribe, and shout out and join for more. I've been pumping these a lot. I'm out here, bro. I'm really out here working out. So thank you for all the love and support. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, Sonic movie universe, it is officially a thing. You know, they've said it. It looks like the Sonic movie 2 is going to be a massive success. I would be shocked if this movie doesn't do 500 million plus at the box office, with how much they've been advertising it, how much good publicity it's gotten, how there really is nothing in its way in April. Like, there's no Marvel show or Disney show. With the pandemic slowing down, it just feels like this movie is on its way to be a mega hit all around. You know what I mean? It could even, I don't even know how much it's gonna get up to. My prediction is between, I'm gonna say fuck it, 600 million. First movie made around 300 million, around ish. This movie, I think, could get to 600 million. I think it can double that, because, you know, state of the world is better and everything I just said. So right, so we've got a lot in this world. Now I want to think of 5 things that I want to see from this universe. Now obviously, there's a million other ideas I could have had. Also, these aren't in order. These are just 5 things that I want to see from this universe going forward, because we know that there is going to be spin-offs and they're investing in it and all that. So let's start. First and foremost, Metal Sonic and Amy, right? I feel like those two are integral. Obviously, as Sonic CD is the main one of the next plots that makes sense to cover, because, you know, Sonic movie 2 is sort of a mix of Sonic 2 and 3. So next up would make sense to have Metal Sonic and Amy. Now here's the thing, right? I think Amy is especially important because, one, at some point they need a female character to join the roster. You know what I mean? Like, right now we're gonna have the Sonic heroes, but we're gonna need a female character soon with the game. That's usually kind of what happens with these universes. They introduce somebody, and I think Amy makes the most sense. You know, she's also up there as one of the most iconic characters, you know, even whether you like her or not. Like, everybody knows Amy, you know, when they think of Sonic, you know, and that would be a really cool character to see in this universe. Yeah, I want to see how she shows up. I wonder how it will work, because obviously in this world, it's very clear she doesn't know Sonic, right? So is she going to be more, you know, tough? Is she going to still have the crush on him, sort of like in the games? So I'm really curious to see how they adapt Amy in this world. I feel like they're gonna make her a little different. I feel like she's gonna be a little more, like, not like aggressive, but like she is gonna be like a little more sturdy in her style, and then maybe she'll start crushing on him later or something. But obviously Amy's got the hammer, Amy's got some skills, and I can't wait to see what she does. But I do think integral to her is Metal Sonic. You know, I think that's gonna be a big part of the movie, is that, you know, he kidnaps Metal Sonic, tries to kidnap her, whatever else happens in that movie, we'll see. And I could really see, I could even see Shadow thrown in that plot. It really depends how much they want to do with Metal Sonic and how much they can expand on it. But either way, I think Metal Sonic and Amy, very integral characters, and I would love to see them adapted in this world. Next one, this is sort of a big load. I would call this the Sonic Adventure storyline, right? Because so far we're covering, you know, the OG 2D style games, and to me the next big step of plot line to make things a little grander scale, but keep it on Earth, because those games are on Earth, would be these Sonic Adventure stories. You know, you could have Chaos, and of course then, I mean, Sonic Adventure 2 is more like, you know, Team Dark versus Team Sonic, and you got Eggman's whole plot line with, you know, destroying half of the Earth. Like, that's where you can get into the more intense, over-the-top shit, because for now it is still a story that, like, yeah, Eggman wants to, like, take over the world and stuff, but it feels like it's not going to, like, it's ever gonna be town destroying from what we've seen. Maybe there will be, maybe I'm crazy, but what I mean is, like, we're gonna need at some point a massive Earth threat, and I think what's called the adventure storylines work because, you know, Chaos, well, not Don't tell Jack. Chaos, you know, obviously the water dude, you've all seen him. He would be a really cool, you know, villain. You know, Eggman trying to gather the Chaos Emeralds, throwing them into him, seeing him grow, having multiple fights with Sonic, and ultimately having perfect chaos, just this giant being just destroying the city would be like a crazy set piece for a Sonic movie. And then obviously you go into the SA2 storyline, and that's how you introduce Shadow, Rouge, and what's it called, Omega. Is it Omega? I always confuse Omega and what's called Gamma 100 something, but I think it's Omega. Pretty sure on Team Dark. But yeah, so I think that would be sick. I mean, to me, obviously, Shadow's going to happen, whether it's next movie or the one after. Shadow is literally going to happen at some point. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. I can't wait for that. But I do feel like with Shadow comes Rouge the Bat and Omega. Again, we don't know what they're going to do with this universe, if they're going to handle things differently. But I think just in general, I think these storyline adaptations in that, of course, obviously, make their own spin on it and everything. Doing it in the style of the live action movies would be really cool, because I don't think they should do those plots one-to-one. I think there's a lot of it that you can cut down and make it their own thing and stuff like that. So either way, Sonic Adventure storyline is the next thing I want to see tackled in the movies once, you know, we get CD, or maybe they skip out on CD for some reason. So there's that. Next thing I really want is to see more zones / parts of the other world. So we know in this universe, obviously, you know, Sonic comes from another world. We saw Green Hill Zone. He was running around, and obviously at the end of Sonic movie 1, we see Mushroom Hill, which is where Eggman is. But yeah, what I really want is, I really want to see those worlds explored. You know, I want them to make enough money from these movies to be like, okay, we can invest in a big CGI just dump of stuff to be able to make an almost full movie in this other world. Because I want to see the more, because here's the thing, a lot of Sonic zones are based in, like, you can recreate them, you know, in real life. You know, you can have Metal Harbor in, like, the real world. You know, you could have one of the forest, it's called the one that blows up in SA2. You can have stuff like, what's called, you could technically have a press garden somewhere except for, you know, the press. But you can have, you know what I mean? There's a lot of zones and ways they can adapt things in the real world, but there's a lot of more like mythical stuff, you know what I mean? I want to see my sky sanctuaries, you know, my hydro cities and all this stuff. Like, I feel like, oh, Hydro City could be a cool amusement park, but you know what I mean, right? I want to see the more surreal locations and zones from Sonic adapted. Chemical Plant Zone would be really good. Again, you could make a chemical plant in real time. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but I do want one that focuses on the more like otherworldly aspect of Sonic, because, you know, zones are such a big part of the franchise. Everybody has their favorite zones, you know. And I just think like a movie where they're like using the rings to hop to different like dimensions and different areas would be really, really cool. And I think that would lead to a lot of cool ideas. And obviously you could do a lot of fan service with that stuff. It's just like everyone pulling out their favorite levels and areas that they find in there, you know, Lava Reef Zone. Well, someone's favorite zone is Lava Reef Zone. I like that one, but it's not my favorite thing. Oh, it's called, you have what's called the Western one from Mania. You have stuff like, you know, Casinopolis, though, although, you know, you could do a casino in real life. Like I said, Sonic is in a unique place. You could do stuff maybe from like, you know, Crisis City, where it's like more of a monstrous infested place. Again, they could do that in real life, but yeah, so I just want them to explore more worlds. And on to my idea of exploring more worlds is the fourth thing I really want from this universe, which is crossovers, right? What do we know about all these universes nowadays, right? Eventually, it always leads to a crossover. And I think, here's one, there was one that someone suggested that would be hilarious. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Because we're getting the Mario movie, right? We're getting, you know, we're getting these Sonic movies. Again, I don't think it's gonna happen. This is just a dumb fun idea. It would be awesome if we got a Mario and Sonic at the Olympics movie. Like, seeing the character dynamics, seeing all their banter back and forth, seeing how they animate and stuff like that would be really cool. But that's not really gonna happen. But we could get more Sega IPs. I know we know Sega is gonna make more movies. I just don't know, like, within Sega, who Sonic would really cross over with, unless it was something like silly, like, you know, if they did like a Sonic Racing transformed kind of movie, or if they did like a Sonic Rise or something where, you know, they have different characters, like your Persona characters or your Yakuza characters, your Knights or whatever, you know. With Sega, it's a little different, or Samba de Amigo or Monkey Ball. Like, I wonder how you adapt those other characters in this world. I feel like you could adapt II pretty well in that world. But yeah, I want some more crossover stuff eventually. Obviously, you know, do it down the line, make it more fun, make it more silly. Maybe you make that a spin-off series on their service or whatever. And of course, I mean, the big one they got to do eventually would be into the Sonic verse. And here's the thing, right? This is literally perfect to happen. I mean, how many fan games, how many fan animations do we have of like the different versions of Sonic meeting up, hanging out, doing all this stuff together? I really do think an Into the Sonicverse animated movie could work. You know, just because movie Sonic is a movie Sonic doesn't mean how he has to be live action, because he is characteristically very different than Sonic. So putting him in an animated movie where he goes to different worlds and he finds, you know, Saturday morning adventure Sonic, you know, you find Sonic X style Sonic, you find what's called Sonic Boom Sonic, you find modern Sonic, maybe you find like classic Sonic in there. Like, I really do think you could do a lot of cool stuff with different versions of the characters, different versions of those things, and that would be a really sick move. And I think that would be insane. Like, I don't know if it would ever get to that point, because here's the thing, right? I always think, like, with these movie studios, like, what's the reality with a Sonic movie universe? Is it like, is this going to be a trilogy, you know, and the team's going to move on, they'll make another spin-off or two on the streaming service, and that'll be it? Or is this like a big, like, here's, we're going to make 8 movies in this world, this many cents? Obviously, things make money until they stop making money, and that's usually when it stops. But I'm really curious to see how far they go with this road. And one more thing I wanted to see him there, Silver and Blaze. I think that could sort of tie into the Sonic CD storyline with Mental and Amy if they introduce the concept of, you know, future and past, and we see Silver and Blaze, because I think those two characters are really cool. Because I think what the live action movies need are something unexpected, and I feel like no one right now is thinking or expecting Silver or Blaze. You know what I mean? I think that would be awesome. You know, Silver coming from the future being like, hey, my world is fucked, and I'm here to stop you, Sonic. You know, that would be like the Sonic 06 plot line. Not fully, just the Silver and Blaze parts of, you know, some of that stuff could work well. Don't do the princess and all stuff. I don't think they're gonna do that anyway. They're smarter than that. And I think Silver and Blaze as characters could work really well, because again, they are from other worlds, you know, troubled worlds and all that stuff, and I think it could lead to some cool plot lines. But yeah, either way, I mean, there's a lot to explore with this universe. Obviously, this discussion is worth having again once we've seen Sonic movie 2. Guys, we are so close, by the way. Think about this, right? Next week, by the end of next week, Europe gets to see it, and then the week after, we get to see it. So really exciting times, very hyped for all that. And yeah, of course, guys, let me know what you all think. What are you most excited for? What do you want to see adapted in this universe? What plot lines, what characters do you want to see? Let me know in the comments down below, as always. And of course, I'll see you all next time. Peace out. I love you. Bye.